Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the second bonus episode of Paper Mario, the 1000-Year Door. Last time, we completed the remaining 3 missions at the Trouble Center. We got the remaining tattle logs that we were missing, and we reclaimed our championship belt at the Glitz Pit. Now, for the moment of truth, let's go into Professor Frankly's house and learn what was in that chest that he found. And I am Gassy.
You seem pretty cheery, and as always, I am happily busy with my research and my plots to take down the government. We can do it, Mario. With our combined strength, we can take down the state and the federal government. By the by, do you know what was in that treasure chest we found in the palace? It contained a dried shroom. Oh no, it's nothing to be disappointed by. Now we know for certain that people indeed ate mushrooms 1,000 years ago. This is a groundbreaking anthropological discovery.
Okay, now that we learned that grand mystery, let's go and get some lore, shall we? Okay, now you saw that mouse guy on top of that roof. Well, we're gonna talk to him at long last. Okay. Let's go over here. Good afternoon to you, sir. I am called Grifty, the traveling minstrel. I spend my days here in leisure, spinning tales that spin the senses. I know but a few of the stories that surround the town of Rogueport. If you like, I can share them with you, but it will require just a few coins. Is there a tale you would like to hear? These are the tales I can tell you now. Okay, yes, tell me the tale. Ages ago, a city flourished here in peace and splendor, but it was destroyed in a single day by a demon from the dark beyond. Historians claim a great calamity befell the city, but nay, 'twas a demon. The city sank below the ground, and 1/4 of the old city became the demon's den. This demon put fear into the hearts of all men and sent armed minions to take the land. And its den, its palace, grew rich with the treasure stolen from all over the world. If there's another tale... Okay, basically, I'm just gonna go through all these. There's a pretty interesting bits of lore, I have to say. In order to increase its already formidable power, the demon created crystal stars to hold the essence of the heavens. One of these stars was placed in each country to exert the demon's influence. One of the castles built to contain these stars still stands near Petal Meadows. If there's... Okay, next one. The demon built a dungeon near its palace and filled it with terrifying monsters. All those who fell into disfavor were thrown into this dungeon to rot. Yay, and the demon also had 3 dragon pets, Hooktail, Gloomtail, and Bonetail. These dragons flew across the land, spreading fear and sorrow over all. Even now, the mere mention of a dragon is enough to give some the terrors. Basically, yeah, that pit that we just heard, that is actually the pit of Wonder Trials. One day, there came a hero who could vanquish the demon. The fell demon. The young toad from Petal Meadows was strong of arm but shy of voice. All those around the boy teased him endlessly about the way he spoke. But when the demon cast his fearful gaze across the lands and reached out, the young toad used his strength and honor to defend his people, and he became a hero to all despite his odd voice. Okay, let's go. There was a wise Goomba from Bogley Woods, gifted in knowledge of the world. When beasts rose to take the woods, this knowledge helped the people fight them. And this Goomba, who knew the way of every monster, would attack. She began to think of a way to banish all monsters from the land. Okay. A Koopa who traveled the world alone learned of the darkness covering the land. He went alone wherever evil dwelt, and banished it with shell and sheer bravado. The monsters grew to fear this scar-riddled Koopa, who thwarted them at every turn. But the brave Koopa was finally taken in a trap set for him by the monsters. But then Abu, who fought with the monsters, came and used her magic to free him. The brave Koopa's spirit had melted the heart of the cold blue lass. Okay. Yes, he was an anime protagonist. He was able to defeat the tsundere. The Boo used her powerful magic to learn more about the evil they faced. We cannot destroy this darkness alone, she decided, her face a grim mask. We need the Toad Hero of Petal Meadows and the Wise Goomba of Bogley Woods. The Boo's magic drew the 4 heroes together to send the demon from the world. And so, the 4 heroes finally set out for the Palace of Shadow. The power of the world-devouring demon was greater than any could imagine. But the wise Goomba soon realized that this was the power of the crystal stars. She then thought of a way to take the stars and use them against the demon. She told the other heroes her plan and set it into motion, banishing their fears. The Boo's magic and the Toad's strength created a gap in the demon's defenses. At that moment, the brave Koopa seized the stars and succeeded in badly damaging the demon. Okay. I swear, why can't they just let us go down the list and just pay for them as we go? Or buy them all and then just hear the stories all at once? But even the brave Koopa's stroke was not enough to end the demon's reign. The wise Goomba thought of another use for the crystal stars in that dire hour. She suggested sealing the demon forever with the crystal stars. All agreed. The heroes matched their strengths with the power of the crystal stars, and they successfully sealed the demon's soul within the deepest part of the palace. Together, they made it so that only all 7 stars could break the seal. Okay. Next one, the demon's curse. The 4 heroes thought they had sealed away the demon and all of its powers, but the demon used a tiny opening before the seal was complete to curse them all. While holding the crystal stars, they'd feel nothing, but when they let them go, a black box would appear to seal their souls within. The 4 heroes traveled the world, scattering the stars so the seal would remain. But the last 4 stars each carried the curse, which claimed each hero. Yeah, that's right. The 4 black chests that we encountered during our journey, these were the souls of the 4 heroes. Okay. The hiding places of many of the crystal stars have now faded into legend, but some say that the wise Goomba hid one in the great tree. At that time, many monsters wandered in the nearby boggly woods. The tiny punies were always tormented by their fierce appetites, it was said. Pitying them, the Goomba hollowed out the great tree for the punies to live in. The punies were so grateful that they swore to protect the crystal star there. Okay. Once the Boo heroine hid her star in a steeple, she was trapped in the nearby town. Some say the crystal star lies in the steeple still. Yeah, that's right. The black chest in Twilight Town, that was actually the Boo heroine. The Koopa hero went to a southern isle to hide his star where no one would find it. But the Koopa was so tired from his journey that the pirate Cortez stole it easily. In that very instant, the brave Koopa was trapped in an inescapable chest. But Cortez did not realize the power of the star and lost it among his treasures. And the black chest that gave us the boat power in the pirate grotto, that was the Koopa. The strong Toad held his star and continued his arduous journey. But eventually the miles took their toll upon him and he collapsed. A traveling healer happened by and saved his life. But the Toad knew his fate was to be trapped in the box when the star was gone. So he asked this healer to hide the star in a secret place none would know. Okay. After the demon was sealed within the Palace of Shadows, many refused to come near that place of terror. But as the years passed, entire generations forgot, and the penniless and the immoral began to congregate in this once barren place. This place soon became a populous harbor, the town of Rogueport. And some even began to say that the underground city held a legendary treasure, but they were unaware that the demon slept beneath them still. And finally, magical map. The heroes knew that the seal might not last forever, and they sought to make the crystal stars available to one who might need them. So before going to their individual dooms, they made a map to all the stars. And to prevent an evil force from misusing this map, they placed it in a box that could only be opened by the pure of heart. And with that's all the stories that we can hear from you. So, before we end things off, we have just one more set of logs to read. Okay, over here. And we'll talk to you. Hey Mario, guess what? Sorry. Hey, Mario, how's it going? Hey, guess what? I kept a journal of my hunt for black gold. It's a little embarrassing, but want to read it? Yeah, we'll read it. The night before. I'm finally off tomorrow. I filled my pack with cheese and I'm ready to go. My to-do list is crossed off. I owe so much to all my investors, not just money. The old get rich quick dream, but this is different. I have a reason. See, I owe it to my hometown. It's so cold there. People are constantly shivering. If I find oil and send it there, then people can use it to heat their homes. Oil will make me rich and them happy. It seems to be the perfect goal, right? I have always had this dream, since I was very small. Of course, getting rich is a big part of it too, but who doesn't want money? Money, money, money! Cover me with it, please! Ha! Well, enough for tonight. The buzzer friend. Why did it have to turn out like this? I got to tow down by boat, then took a train to the foot of Mount Rugged. Unfortunately, you can only get from Mount Rugged to Dry Desert on foot. And tragedy awaited for me as I slogged faithfully up that winding trail. It was a huge, awful vulture. I had read about it in my travel brochures. This buzzer accosted all travelers on Mount Rugged, looking to see who was Mario. I hightailed it, but Buzzer had me in its sights. I felt a piercing jolt as its claws dug deep into my backpack. After dropping me onto a cliff, Buzzer seemed to forget me and disappeared. I let out a sigh of relief, but when I touched my back, I noticed my pack was gone. My pack, and it was all my food and money to start the operation. No! That mangy Buzzer made off with everything of importance to me. All I have left is this journal, a shovel to dig for oil, and my life. But perhaps living is a miracle enough, or so I'd like to believe. But now, I can't turn back. I climbed down the mountain to the desert. The dry desert rolls up before me, beckoning dreamers and fools. I am both, and I set out with a heart full of dread. Yeah, as you can tell, this has a lot of references to Paper Mario 1, which is really cool. A helping hand. I am now in a place called Dry Outpost. Someone pulled me, lifeless and parched, from the merciless desert floor. It was a Koopa with a fine mustache named Colorado. He was trying to loot my pockets, but I fought him off. An angel in a pith helmet. He was a world-traveling adventurer archaeologist. I told him about Buzzar, and my quest for oil, and my dreams of riches, and warmth for my people. After I spoke at length, he gave me some food and water. I asked him why he should be so kind, and he looked into the distance and said, Turning one's back on an ambitious dreamer invites others to do the same to you, old boy. I just want to believe in every dream this sad old world can muster. This guy, he still chases his own dreams, dusty dreams of archaeology. We stayed up all night discussing each other's dreams. It was great. A reliable guide. I am now at a desert oasis. After Colorado left, I set out from Dry Outpost to find my digging point. But the desert's so wide, it's impossible to find anything without a guide. I had no idea where I was going, and my head was splitting in the heat. My throat was burning and scratchy. Was I awake? Was I asleep? I heard a voice calling to me from far away.
Hey, are you a nice guy? If you're a nice guy, then give me something nice.
I didn't have food or water I received from Colorado. I had nothing.
Why do you lie here? If you are a nice guy, give me a nice thing and I will help.
I croaked. All I have is my dream. When I next awoke, I was at this oasis.
You're awake, I heard.
There was a squeak there, in a gray headscarf.
My name is Mustafa. You had nothing to give, but I got something nice anyway.
I don't know how or why, but it seems I've been saved by yet another stranger.
Do you need a guide? If there is somewhere you want to go, I will take you.
Unbelievable! I've actually found a reliable guide. Okay, another one. Digging point. The digging point. We're here. I'm finally at the spot where I'm supposed to dig for oil. I was told to draw a line from a blue cactus to a cactus-like rock. So wait a minute. Instead of a badge, instead of a badge, we could have been getting oil. We could have been starting an oil refinery. I went north a precise distance from the exact termination point. I ended up here, at a point between dry ruins and the oasis. Mustafa had guided me and... cannot talk. Mustafa has guided me this far with skill and bravery. He said,
you are a nice guy. Your dream will come true. Mustafa believes this.
He left then, leaving me to fight this battle on my own. All I have to do is dig here until I find oil, that is all. I stocked up on lemons and limes at the oasis, so I should last a few days. I must find that oil. The long dig. I am digging for oil now, and my hand shakes as I write these perhaps final words. I have been digging from sunup to sundown, but still, no sight of that sweet crude. Maybe I've just picked a dry spot in this cursed desert. But I'm sure this is where Merlovely told me to dig. Yes, I'm sure of it. There's no more food or water, or even my hopes have dwindled to nothing. This is it. My dream dies here with me under these unforgiving skies. My dream, wait, no, this is not my dream. My dream is of something else. Yes, something else. Dig. Keep digging. I must keep digging. Arms move, body work, find oil. The wrap-up. I am now on a boat back to dear Rogueport. I did it! I finally struck oil in that dry desert. I have left the day-to-day operations of my men in the field, and now return home. It all came true. Striking it rich, finding oil, my dream. But somewhere along the way, this became more than just my dream. So many people have helped me to make this dream happen. So many. Yes, 3. Us, Colorado, and Mustafa.
You had nothing to give, but I got something nice anyway,
Dear Mustafa.
I just want to believe in every dream this sad world can muster.
Colorado. People who lent me money and gave me food and showed me the way. So many hands reaching out to help me. I must do something for all of them. That feeling has pushed me even harder. I must share this feeling with the people who helped me as I struggled. I must share these words that have seared themselves in my heart. Dreams come true. Lumpy. And with that, we have done pretty much everything I wanted to do. So with that, I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the first episode of my next playthrough, which will be uploaded on the date listed in the description below. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever that you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.